Fellas, I think I've done it. I think I may have found the best Sonic experience of all time. Earlier this week, Team Forever, a group of talented modders, released their first mod for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 2 Absolute. Absolute is built on top of the decompilations of the Christian Whitehead remakes of Sonic 2 for mobile devices from 2013, which completely redid the physics and the way the game was handled. It fixed bugs and added some necessary changes to the game as a whole, using Christian's own retro engine, which was later used as the base for Sonic Mania. The decompilation for Christian Sonic 2 completely reverse engineers the remakes and ported them to devices such as PC, Nintendo Switch, and PS Vita if you're an idiot who still uses the PS Vita after the one game people cared about on the console was re-released on Steam. Now, this isn't Team Forever's first rodeo with modding classic Sonic games. They were also behind the Sonic 1 equivalent to Absolute, Sonic Forever. That mod was built off of Christian's Sonic 1 remake that did a lot of things his 2 remake did. Forever has a lot of elements and features that are also present in Sonic 2 Absolute, but I feel that Absolute completely trounces Forever in almost every aspect. Sonic 2 Absolute adds a whole suite of things to the base Sonic 2 game. Once you press the start button, you're immediately sent to a brand new menu for the mod. You can choose more save files in the Christian Whitehead versions, along with entering stages through save files being incredibly streamlined. In the base Christian Whitehead version, you'd have to select a save file, go through a loading screen, select a zone, go through another loading screen, and finally get into the game. Now, you just select a save file, then a zone, go through one loading screen, and go. Just like in Sonic 3 and Sonic Mania. There's a more in-depth time attack mode. The extras menu allows to play the Nick Arcade version of Emerald Hill Zone while trying to gain 25 rings just like in the show. But the most interesting choice here is the options menu. There are a seemingly endless amount of options in this subsection. You can enable infinite lives, the elemental shield from Sonic 3, the insta shield from Sonic 3, the drop dash from Sonic Mania, the CD version of the spin dash if you're a sociopath, and so much more. Honestly, official releases not having options like this is a crime. We're somewhat on the right track with the Sega Ages re-release of Sonic 1 and 2 with them featuring the drop dash as an ability you can use, but that's the only move they added in. The game is still in 4x3 and doesn't really fix most of the bugs the original game had since it's running off of an emulated ROM. Opening a save file, you can instantly see a difference in the style the characters give off. Absolute changes the look of the character's sprite subtly enough to where it's not jarring, but different enough to where if you look at the two side by side, you can tell that Absolute is slightly more expressive. Since Absolute is based off of the Christian Whitehead 2013 remasters, the game makes a seamless transition from the 4x3 aspect ratio of the original game to a widely accepted 16:9 aspect ratio, and can be upscaled to nearly any resolution and always look crisp. Alongside the wider display, the game runs at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second, which you won't be able to see because I render my videos in 25. This is just a reminder that you should download the game, it's in the description below. The new abilities you can enable in the options feel like they blend well with Sonic 2's game design and don't feel out of place or feel like you're breaking the game and going faster than intended, or doing something you're not supposed to. The drop dash feels sublime, and the extra boost of speed you gain in an instant makes the game so much more fun to play. The insta shield feels like it works properly and doesn't make it incredibly easy to beat bosses. It can make them easier if you know what you're doing, sure, but that takes time, and you have to make frame perfect movements to do so on your first try. And, of course, I get sick every time I use the CD spin dash. This mod also made me want to try and complete all the special stages, and with Christian Whitehead's wonderful remastering of the special stages, can you tell I have a problem? And that's kinda it, really. This isn't a full-on review of Sonic 2, and Absolute isn't a complete remake. It's a quality of life improvement. It's a really good one, but it's still a quality of life improvement nonetheless. Even so, the amount of things added to Sonic 2 with this mod is incredible. The new abilities like the drop dash and the insta shield, an improved time attack, seamless save files, extras with the Nick Arcade mode, nearly endless porting possibilities thanks to the decompilations, and the subtle changes to the art style. If this is Team Forever's final improvement project, this is an incredible swan song for the team. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Absolute may be one of the best Sonic experiences for its accessibility alone, and is absolutely the best way to experience Sonic 2. Come on, you knew it was coming eventually. But who knows? This may not be Team Forever's end. Maybe we'll see them do things like this with more Sonic games. Can't wait for Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Despair.